Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. If you have not been here before, sorry. Today we're gonna do a Oscars red carpet fashion review. I'm not gonna jinx this by saying I'm gonna try to get this up as fast as I can. I'm just gonna, you know, secretly do that by myself, and if I don't, then I don't. Because it seems like me saying that is like a jinx. And my computer hears it and is like, challenge accepted. Time to freeze. Time to not let Premiere work at all. So yeah. I actually watched the Oscars. I know I said in the last two award shows I didn't watch them because I used to watch award shows more, but like I said in my Grammys one, they've become they're awkward sometimes. I think it did help that the Oscars didn't have a host this time. They just had, you know, all the presenters kind of act as like mini hosts, which they kind of, you know, would do anyway. Like they don't need a host. It just leaves too much room for awkwardness and bad jokes and cringy moments and stuff. So I think they did fine by that. Yeah, I did watch them, so I kind of know what happened during the ceremony at least, but I'm going to talk about what happened. Not what happened on the red carpet, what people wore on the red carpet. And this time I kind of tried to narrow it down to people who I just kind of wanted to talk like their outfits for some reason. Either they were really good or they were really bad, or I just wanted to talk about them for some reason. Because in the last two, I think I just went through like an entire couple of lists and it was just too many people, and so it just took too long to both edit and to like talk about. So, and just, you know, it's a lot for you to watch. I don't know if everyone wants to sit down and watch a whole 30-minute thing of me analyzing people's wardrobe choices, so we're trying to keep this a little bit quicker this time. We're learning and we're adjusting. Okay, so let's just get into the garments, if you will. Okay, so the first is Miss Lady Gaga. Now she won Best Song, right? Yeah, she won Best Song. She performed with Bradley Cooper. I didn't see Star Is Born. Like I said in my last video, I'd rather stick pins to my eyes and listen to country music. But I do like Lady Gaga in general. And I love this dress. I think it is gorgeous. It's Alexander McQueen. I love Alexander McQueen. Yeah, just the gloves were an excellent touch. I really love that style of necklace. I think it would behoove more people on the red carpet to wear something like, I mean, obviously that's a giant rock, so maybe it's just a matter of not being able to blend that giant of a rock. But I think that's a gorgeous shape and cut of a necklace, style of necklace, whatever. I think it just goes well with a lot of gowns, and it definitely goes really well with this one. I loved her hair. Her hair looks really nice up like that. I love the gloves. I love the way it's cut on the hips. The interesting kind of, even though it's all black, like the construction and the silhouette of the garment makes it so interesting. Because with all black, I feel like you have to be kind of careful because sometimes it can get kind of boring, even though it is, you know, universally flattering. But I think she looks awesome. Okay, next is Olivia Colman. She won Best Actress for The Favorite, and you can even tell watching it. I saw The Favorite and I really liked it, but I thought she did really well. I guess maybe the other stuff, like I kind of just more expected someone else to win. I can't even remember who else was nominated, but she won. And I don't know if you saw, but her speech was funny and it was good. I mean, I've always really liked her. She was in Broadchurch, which was like one of my favorite TV shows, and now she's winning Oscars. So that's really great for her. And The Favorite was definitely weird. The cinematography I thought was really cool. I just really liked the way it was done, and like it was just so interesting, and interesting story too. And I've been to Hatfield House. I think I talked about this in another video, I don't remember when, but I've actually been where the movie was set, and that's when I first saw the trailer. I was like, that looks familiar. That's because I've been there. It's Hatfield House. So that was kind of neat. She is wearing Prada. Let's, you know, actually get into the dress. She's wearing Prada. I like this. I think it looks better. I think with any of them, it's really not fair because it's like, you see the dress in a different way when you see it, like at least on TV, when they're moving around, if they're going up on stage or something like that. So I think because I saw her in the dress on TV, it looks even better to me, because in that time it looked better. The only thing I think is like the tooly bit on the sleeve it just looks a little loose, but that's not a huge thing. I kind of like it because it's simple dress underneath. I'm always a fan of that, like turtle, almost mock turtle with the shoulders, but then it's like that separate element of tulle and I just really like it. I think it's pretty. Okay, next is Regina King, and she won Best Supporting Actress in If Beale Street Could Talk. She's wearing Oscar de la Renta. Here, like, it looks good in this picture, but it's like I said before, seeing it on stage, it just looked so much better. Like, you just, I don't know, the way it's draped is, at first you're just like, you know, it's kind of there are a million dresses on the red carpet that look like that, and that's kind of true, but at the same time, it looks really good on her, and it still looks really nice. Like, the way her legs come out, it looked really cool on stage. I like that she did the white shoes. I think her hair, that cut and style, I think looks really good with the dress for some reason. Yeah. Marina de Tavira was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in Roma. She's wearing J. Mendel. I picked this out, not because I know her, didn't know who she was, but I really like this dress. I think a lot of the time I like J. Mendel's stuff, but this dress in particular, like, it's very pretty. It almost looks very like Giambattista Belli, who Casey Musgraves wore, and we'll get to that, but I just love a good, rough, like, tulle-y, just like a bunch of tulle. I think it's, and usually like kind of short ruffles are kind of hard to do. If you do it in like any fabric other than tulle, I usually don't like it, but with tulle, I think it looks really pretty, and this dress looks very pretty. Rachel Rachel Winter. She looks gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's so pretty. Nominated for Best Actress in a Supporting Role for The Favorite. It's Givenchy. I love this outfit. It is so cool, so interesting. The only thing I don't like is the clutch. I like that it's red, but I don't like the metal. It just looks like a cheap clutch. I just don't like it. But I love the like latex part of the top. I love how she did her hair back like that with a little headband. Usually I'm not a fan of headbands like that, but it works really well. Like, I like the contrast of that. It's kind of a very feminine, almost girly, like, accessory, headpiece style, whatever, with then like the latex right here. Like, it's just a nice juxtaposition, and I'm all about juxtapositions in fashion. I love it. And then yeah, it goes down into the dress where there's just like a little bit of kind of floral. It just, oh, I just love it. It just works so well together. It's just so cool. I love it. I love it. And then Emma Stone, who was also, I think, nominated, right, as well for a supporting role in The Favorite, which is very funny. If you've seen The Favorite, you know the whole, I mean, the premise of it is their two characters are warring with each other for the queen's favor. So it's kind of funny that they're both up for supporting actress, and it's like, and then Olivia Colman's up for Best Actress. So it's like mirroring the plot of the movie, which is kind of funny. She's wearing Louis Vuitton, I think, because she's like an ambassador for Louis Vuitton, or she was, or something. I like it. It's not my favorite. I like the way the shoulders are cut, and I think it's just like kind of sequiny. It's interesting because it's not just like all sequins. It's a little different. It's almost like a giraffe looking pattern. It's not my favorite, but I like it. Okay, Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod, they're both wearing Tom Ford. I don't care about A-Rod. He just looks like it's just, I don't like that kind of outfit. I don't like it. Her dress, however, we're really like, it's a trend nowadays to do this fully long sleeved turtleneck, but skin tight bodycon dress. Definitely a trend. It's like what Camila Cabello wore, that pink one, to the Grammys. And I'm sure you can find other examples, you know, it's a trend right now. I like it. I think it's pretty, and you know who better to pull off than J.Lo. And I like that this is not just all sequins or all stones. It's actually like little mosaic pieces of glass, or, you know, mirrored material. And so it's like a slightly different, she looks like a big disco ball, and it's awesome. Who's it? Tom Ford. Yeah, Tom, I loved it. The only thing I would say is I'd probably rather her hair be up, just because it's stressing me out, because I can just feel it getting caught in the little grooves between those little mirrored pieces, and just because I think it would better suit the balance of the outfit if it was up. Okay, SZA. Or is it SZA or SCA? I think it's SZA. She's nominated for All the Stars, which is a good song. The whole album is very good. She's wearing Vivienne Westwood. Okay, so my first thought when I saw this was, I love it. And then I kind of looked more at it and I was like, kind of just looks like you took a wedding dress and then like ripped it up a bit. And then I was like there's, and I really like the way her hair is. I love that kind of messily big bun with like long loose tendrils coming down. I love that. I like her makeup and the choker like with it. but then like if you just, you know, get up close to it, it's kind of like, especially that hem with the little fringe, it just looks like a pillow from that, you know, it was in like any suburban mom's house in the 2000s. That kind of. Okay, Maya Rudolph. I was a little worried when her and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler came out in the beginning, because I was like, they're not gonna do it like a thing where it's like they're actually like, there's no host but they're kind of actually hosting. I was like, don't do that, it's just gonna be like awkward. But luckily they just had that one section that just made a few of their jokes then, and then that was it. She was the funniest one. I think Maya Rudolph is hilarious, especially she did her hormone monster voice from Big Mouth. If you haven't watched Big Mouth, watch Big Mouth, it's hilarious. And she especially is so good at it. I can just listen to her talk in that voice all day. This dress, I really like it. I think the pattern could be just like a little bit different. Like I don't really know how, like it almost looks just a little too like Forever 21-y, just the way it's like drawn. But overall, I really like it. You know, it's all pink, it's floral. I love flowers, I love all pink. I love just massive amounts of fabric. And I think it kind of works in a way that sometimes I would be like, give me some negative space, but this, to me, it works. And I think her hair looks nice with it. Yeah. Gemma Chan, she's wearing Valentino. This one, I like it. Like my first instinct, obviously, it's pink. It's roughly, it's got the little kind of high neck thing with the short sleeves that I've been going for, the, what is it? Shoulderless. But then again, if you look like close to the fabric, it kind of looks like cheap fabric, you know? Like I can just kind of feel the weight of it and just feel how lightweight and like cheap it feels. But at the same time, I kind of like it. But then it also kind of looks like a duvet or a bedspread. I'm on the fence on that. I'm on the fence. I think I would have liked it if the material was just a little different, a little nicer of a material. But other than that, I like it. It's pretty. Mahershala Ali and his wife, I'm not like a huge fan of the wife's dress. I don't really like it. The thing I wanted to talk about was his hat. Now, I liked usually just, you know, plain back suits I think are pretty boring, and this is, I mean, it's cut well, it looks good on him. I do like that he doesn't have any sort of tie or anything, because even just that makes it just a little bit different. And then he adds his hat on top, which should not work. It shouldn't work, but somehow it does. Somehow he's pulling off this hat. I don't know how. Somehow he is. Even when he went upstage to accept, I think he won something. Did he win Best Supporting Actor? Maybe. But I was like, dude, this should not work. You're wearing essentially a beanie with a tux, or not a tux, but just like a suit. It should not work, and yet you're pulling it off. How are you doing that, Mahershala? How? Who knows? Yes, this is what I was talking about. Casey Musgraves. She's wearing Jean-Baptiste Valli, who, in general, you know, like I said, I love massive amounts of tulle, and that's Jean-Baptiste Valli consistently brings you massive amounts of tulle, and this is no exception. I like this dress. The only thing I don't like is that little sequined bow in the middle. I think it's just kind of unnecessary. Just let the whole thing be pink. I really especially like the way the top is, how it just kind of comes right here and it goes up on the sides, and then it also has that surprise turtleneck mock turtle, and she, you know, her hair looks, she's such a pretty face. She really does. Okay, Denai Guerrera. I really like this. I think it's, I mean, it almost looks straight, like she could have worn this in Black Panther. She went straight out of Wakanda and this would have like fit. I think it's so pretty. Oh, that gold pattern is just so, it looks almost like foil, and so you get up close and you see there's kind of like a floral pattern. Yeah, like almost looks like foil. It's so cool. I just usually, like I said, I don't love the way when stuff is belted, but it works there for me because it's also at the top and it's kind of like a, hey, this was just a big piece of fabric and we just kind of tied this around. And you know, usually stuff like that I feel like doesn't really work, but to me this really works, and I really like the thing in her hair and the way her hair is down her back with them. Overall, I think it's a good look. Continuing with Black Panther cast, Mr. Chadwick Boseman. I don't know who this is that he's wearing, but I remember seeing on stage too, and I was like, I like it because it's still black, but it's different. It's not just a black tux, it's like a sequined tux with the, like a long with the like long tails behind him, and then it's just like one really long like chiffon, or not chiffon, but just really, really long it's almost like a tie or a scarf or something that comes down. It's not like, there's something about the way he's standing, I feel like it's not quite rocking it as to its like full potential, but I definitely think it's cool and it's different. It's not a black suit, you know, like every other guy on the red carpet. Aquafina, I really like, I really like her hair. I think her hair is really pretty, but I really like this suit. I guess I think in my last video, if you're gonna wear a suit, do it like this. Do it in a good pattern, in a cool fabric and material that makes the simple silhouette stand out and become something else. And that's what she's done, especially with the thing. Could you call that a cravat? Is that a cravat? I'm not sure. That just adds to it. She looks like a fancy space pirate. And that's, you know, that's an excellent aesthetic. Fancy space pirate, amazing. Okay, Stephen James. I really like this. I like that it is fully red velvet and that his bow tie is a slightly different bow tie because it's kind of, you know, droopy on the edges. I like the little star detail right here. I really love that he's wearing white shoes. It goes, you know, ties in with the white of his shirt. This is gorgeous. I love this. I love it. Sarah Paulson, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, you know, 10 Things I Hate About You, the dress that Bianca wears to prom. That's like a two-piece. That's what it reminds me of, because you can, but like the thing that I don't like about this is the top part is just kind of confusing because it just looks like a ball and it almost like eliminates any sort of humanly shape that she has. And then that you can kind of see the elastic in the middle where like the skirt, you know, the top of the skirt is, it's a little like, you know, cheap looking, or just like, I don't know, something about it. Like I like, first glance I'm like, I like it, but then I like look closer and I'm like, there's a few details that are just a little odd, but it's a nice color. Okay, Nicholas Hoult and Joe Alwyn, they're both in the favorite. I just wanted to say something that they're both, I know Holt is wearing Dior Men, I don't know what the other guy's wearing. I picked this because Holt specifically, it's almost like, you know, it's like that, just that slight variation on the black suit. It makes it completely different because it's not just a black suit, it's got this interesting thing going on. Even the other guy, he's just kind of hot, so it's like, and I know you used to harp on like the black lapels with that are different, even though they're both black, but something about his is like working for me. I don't like, feel like it shouldn't, but somehow it's working. I don't know how, but it is. I like it. Okay, this is my number, already like I know this is my number one. I hate it. It is Pharrell. Pharrell's outfit is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, wasn't he doing this a few years ago, doing the like suit with shorts, which is just, that makes no sense. Like, you think it's conceptual, it's not. It's just ugly. It just doesn't make any sense. It's so hideous. And then to top that off, it is the worst pattern you could possibly ever wear. Camouflage. We need to get rid of all camouflage, which there should be a ban. No one should be allowed to wear camouflage. I hate it with a burning passion. I hate camouflage. And then he's got like a jeweled necklace on the, it's like, who let you step out of your house looking like this? I hope no one styled you. If you had a stylist who put you in this, they should be like fired and, I don't know, shot into the moon. This is just so incredibly ugly. I hate it so much. Like, you already know. I'm gonna tell you my, like, you know, worst and my favorite at the end, but you already know what my like least favorite is gonna be. It's this one. I hate it. Helen Mirren, I thought hers was pretty. It's not like it's not like I don't like love it, but I think it's pretty. The only thing is like the sleeves, especially, I don't know if she's like pushed them up there or something, but I feel like they shouldn't be that quite bulky at that part of her arm. But other than that, she looks gorgeous. Helen Mirren looks gorgeous. It's very pretty. And Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. I like Lisa Bonet's dress. I think it's interesting. I like him. It's pretty. And I like his suit. Like I said before, I usually don't like with the black lapels, but like I don't hate it on this. I think maybe it's because it also has that black stripe on the side that it's like tying it to something. I still probably would have preferred it if it was just all pink velvet. Apparently this is pink. I think he presented with Helen Mirren and she was like, we didn't plan this wearing the same color. I'm like, you're not wearing the same color. But like technically it's both pink, so I don't know. He still looks great because Jason Momoa is hot. Oh, Charlize, Mi Amor. I love her. I love her so much. She's like the most beautiful woman in the world to me. She is wearing Dior. This is very like, this is grandma chic to me, but it's so pretty. And she pulls it off so well. And she is like, I don't think I've ever seen her with dark brown hair, but she looks so good. And that cut, I mean, I think I probably would have liked, I still like her better with platinum hair. I think it suits her more, but she still, it looks good in this. This dress, it's simple, but the silhouette, it's just, it's beautiful. I like the way the little shoulders go up on the sides. I really like the choice of jewelry, and then you have the lip that, you know, it's just that pop of something that contrasts with the color of the dress. It's just all around, this is probably one of my favorite outfits. It's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Brie Larson wearing Celine by AD Slimane. It's Slimane. It's what was I saying? It's that high. It's like it always has to be kind of a sequiny fabric, high neck, long, close to your body cut. But this I think is good because it's a little different because it's that sleeveless, and then there's also like a slit in the back, and there might be one on the other side too. But I mean, it's very pretty. I love it. It's gorgeous. I really like her hair with it too. Her hair looks good. Yeah. Samuel Jackson just wore a black suit, so. But okay, Michelle Yeoh. Is that Yeoh? Check if I'm pronouncing that right. She's wearing Elie Saab. I really like this. I remember because I think maybe she presented something with Pharrell, and I was like, this girl looks awesome. You look hideous. I like this. I mean, it's kind of my absolute favorite because it's a little, you know, like there's a lot of dresses that look like this, but it's very pretty. I really love this neckline. Pretty, very pretty. Billy Porter. I didn't really know who this was, and then I saw someone post somewhere that this was, well, he's on Pose, which I haven't actually watched, and this was an homage to a famous ballroom dancer who wore a similar dress in like the 70s or something, which I think is very cool. And this is obviously, you know, challenging fashion norms for men, challenging gender stereotypes, which is always a good thing. You know, we need today, there's so many black suits. Why not wear a black suit with a full skirt? That's awesome. I think it looks great. Like he looks like a regal 18th century dude, like maybe a ghost or something. I don't know. I love the way this his shirt cuffs are coming out. It's that ruffly, and then just his face he's giving you. Like, yeah, this is my dress. I look regal as shit. Yeah. Amanda Stanberg. I remember this because she presented, it looked even better in person. The only thing I would say now is I wish because it's the bodice that is the most interesting and cool to me, and I just feel like it's not, you could have continued that, you know, kind of scalloped draping down the entire dress. I think it's kind of weird to me that it just kind of stopped after the bodice and changed, but I like the top of it, and I liked her hair. I think her makeup is simple, but it goes well with the dress. So that's the only, yeah, the thing. I like the bodice. I just wish it would have continued down the rest of the dress. Amelia Clark. I really like this. I'm not always a fan of this kind of cut, but the fact that it's in, it's like a, not a rhinestone, like it looks like that, that material. I had like a change purse when I was a kid made out of that material. It's kind of chainy. It's just fun to kind of play with. I don't know if that's what it is, but it looks like this. This is kind of like a silvery lilac lavender color, which I think is beautiful. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I really like it. It's pretty pretty. Okay, Linda Cardellini. Cardellini? Did I say that right? This is another one of those things that the garment is wearing her. You know, she's not really wearing the garment. She just looks a little like, I like Linda Cardellini, but yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's not quite right. And she's not like, you know, fully pulling it off. Ashley Graham, I mean, this is another way of how you wear black. You have to get a bomb silhouette. I really like mermaid silhouettes. Like I used to not like them as much, especially like because I would think about them more in regards to like wedding dresses. But I've come around the last few years. I'm like, I really like mermaid silhouettes, and this is a prime example because she looks stunning. She looks amazing. It's just such a gorgeous cut. I like that her nails are white. I like just the simplicity of the necklace and the color of her lips and her makeup, and the fact that her hair is slicked back. It's all so polished and elegant. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay guys, I feel like I did that in record time. That is it for me, and I will put out my favorites right here. my not so favorites. Okay, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I just got something caught in my throat. I think that's it for me, guys. Don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, hit that like button. Please, please, please leave a like if you like this. I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to my channel if you have not already. That would be awesome. If you have friends who like to watch fashion review stuff, tell them to hit me up. Link them to my channel. Tell them about my Instagram, links in my bio. Do the work for me. Please. Okay guys, I will see you again next time. Bye.